The I.O.W. Network.
Hey. I.O.W. Sports. I.O.W. Sports. I.O.W. Sports. Cha. Y'all excuse us. We trying to get shit situated over here. Don't mind us. Y'all just, work with your boys. All right. Anyway, it's your boy Wildcard Martin in the building. You know who that guy is. Cha.
What up, though?
Detroit Mail, the man with the grandmaster plan of this whole I.O.W. network. Y'all just don't pay no attention to what's going on. Technical difficulty. Shit happens. Work with a nigga. Anyway, let's get the preliminary shit out the way. Y'all going over to the website, www.ioftenwonder.com. That's where you can find all the information of anything I.O.W. network related, from the I.O.W. Sports, I.O.W. Sports Late Night Al Edition, Daddy Cooks, R. Bob, LJ Presents, and all the manyest various things of material that we got coming down the pipe. All right. But hey, it's Monday. It is Monday. A wonderful day to be here. Glad to be alive. Glad to be kicking it with my boy over here. And we gonna do what we do best. Talk shit about sports. That's what we do. We love sports, so we gonna talk some shit. Not in that particular order. It don't even matter. Anyway, weekend roundup, of course, that we normally do on Mondays. Man, we did not get to talk about it on Thursday because all the craziness went down on Friday in the NFL.
Right.
3 teams, 2 trades. The aftermath of how the 49ers, Dolphins, and the Eagles look after such a wild day in trades on Friday. The news came out of nowhere. It's like mid-afternoon. It's like 1:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Then just my phone went crazy. It said Dolphins trade the 3rd overall pick to the San Francisco 49ers. And then 30 minutes later, they made another pick. So they went from 3rd overall to 12th.
Right.
Then made a trade with the Eagles. Then went back up to the 6th. And the Eagles trade back to the 12th. Pretty much. I'm just going to break it all down of the whole aftermath after all the trades. This is what every team pretty much got. So the Dolphins in year 2021, which is this year's draft, they got the number 6 pick and the number 156 pick from the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
In year 2022, they got a 1st round and a 3rd rounder from the 49ers. Year 2023, they got a 1st rounder from the 49ers. So the 49ers get, after this whole trade of this year's draft, they get the number 3 pick from the Dolphins.
Right.
The Eagles in this year's draft get the number 12 pick from the Dolphins that was originally from the 49ers. They also get the 123rd pick from the Dolphins, year 2022, 1st rounder from the Dolphins. I know it sounds like a lot, but that's pretty much just the whole breakdown of those 2 trades.
Can't keep up with that.
I know, can't keep up with that.
Don't worry about that.
But I mean,
it's calculated.
It is what it is.
Carry the 1.
Nigga doing calculus in this bitch. Take the 1 to the 2.
Divided by pi. 3.14.
All right, so let's. I kind of went over it on Friday's episode of Late Night Al Edition, but I had to get your commentary on the whole trade, Big Prab, because we did not get to talk about it on Thursday's live stream.
Right.
So I kind of broke it down into this.
Mhm.
There's 3 teams involved, and I broke it down in the Dolphins' point of view from this whole trade.
Okay.
I like what the Dolphins did
Mhm.
because it speaks to what we've been talking about all pretty much that whole season of NFL this past season.
Right.
Give Tua help.
Mhm.
Give him anything that he needs to help him make his life comfortable, more easier.
Right.
Build around him. And I swear it's like everything we say is coming to fruition here now because we said don't give up on Tua. Give him everything. Because like literally, I didn't see the breakdown of the I had a breakdown of the Dolphins picks. And not only did they upgrade and a chance to give him weapons this year, if it doesn't work out for Tua, the Dolphins are set up in the next 3 years with so many picks in the first 1, 2, and 3rd rounds.
Right.
If it fails, you have the opportunity to go redo it, get a redo, and go get your quarterback of choice.
Right.
So I like what the Dolphins did.
I like what they did too. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we kind of alluded to this before, and what it does is shows that, like you said, they at least look like they dedicated to get to us some help.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, they may be the team to beat.
They were 10-16.
I mean,
they were literally right there at the knocking door making the playoffs.
The potential that they have. Not only a lot of people look at trades and draft picks linear.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from this standpoint, draft picks also can get you more players.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Draft what they call draft capital.
Yeah, draft capital.
So that's actually money in sort of way. It can become monetary.
Yes.
You know, because you can package deals with draft picks to teams that really need draft picks and get the players that you want.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just about getting the future star out of college. It's also about getting, you know, some of those stars already in the league with those draft picks. So they have the potential to build a powerhouse team.
Yeah.
I mean, and he already got a pretty good defense.
Oh, and that's what I'm saying.
You know, so
10-16,
I got good
decent
defense. So if I was them, I'd be beefing up that line. Because you can get some monsters in the draft, and I would get a couple of veterans and then some out of the draft. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you got him protection. Get you a decent serviceable running back. It's Tua's team to lose.
And that's what I love about this trade because you know they kind of shown sometimes a lack of faith in them, like we said last year. Right. You know, pulling them out, pulling them out at the the right time or the wrong time in his case. You know, with it in a 1-possession game, you pull him in the 4th quarter for Fitzmagic. So now that you don't bring Fitzmagic back, Fitzpatrick's in where'd he go again? Washington, right? Yeah, he's in Washington football team now. So there's no excuse now. There's no there's no crutch for it to just swap in Fitzpatrick no more. Right. To me, this is let's see what we actually have by surrounding him with talent. If he fails, we know where to go. Right. Because now we have engaged on who exactly we need to go get to fulfill the most important position of any football team, which is quarterback. And you know, this, I'm not going to say maybe this upcoming year is put up or shut up time, but they do need to see. Well, I say you need to see some kind of progress. Yes. You know, he don't. I mean, we ain't looking for him to go to the Super Bowl, but you know what I'm saying. He needs to see some kind of progress. That's all. No, I'm with you. I'm saying if there's some kind of forward momentum. Hey, if they still pulling him in the 4th quarter in a 1-possession game, then I think that to me says everything. Right. Of especially after making his trades to go get the help that he needs. So if this doesn't work after, then you can make that talk come to life of saying, oh well, maybe it's time to move on from Tua. I agree. I can understand that. Now let's look at this whole trade in the Eagles' eyes. You know, I've said it before, man. I don't think they're doing enough to help Jalen Hurts. Well, they showed that
So that last year. Got him here running for his life.
But look at it this way. So what have the Eagles really done in free agency so far? Get Joe Flacco.
Right.
That helps Jalen Hurts.
Who wants that?
I'm just saying that where exactly in that signing of Joe Flacco as one of your biggest offseason acquisitions helps Jalen Hurts. Okay, yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No comment.
And yeah, and with the 6th pick, I'm thinking the Eagles either A, you're getting the cream of the crop choice to go get an offensive weapon. Because let's be honest, I got a feeling first 4 picks are going quarterbacks.
I think the Eagles gonna pick a quarterback.
Oh my gosh, if they do that,
I just got that feeling.
Okay, so
quarterback.
But if they go get a quarterback, why move back to the 12th instead of the 6th when you got a better chance of getting your quarterback at the 6th than the 12th?
Oh, man, the Eagles didn't show me that.
Oh my God.
Between Eagles and Houston, I don't have no faith in either organization. Houston, a bonfire, a fire, a dumpster fire. I mean,
straight doo-doo juice.
Yeah, they
I mean,
Arkham Asylum over there.
But I mean, I just don't get exactly. Now I will say this: they did in that trade, and the breakdown, they did get some other future picks, right, from moving back. So they did get a little bit of draft capital. Mm-hmm. I understand that, but you need help now. Not in 2022, not in 2023, damn sure not in 2024.
Right.
They need help yesterday. And not just yesterday. I'm talking about before week 12. Right. They needed help before 2020 season started. You know what I'm saying?
I think, man, I don't know, man. The Eagles, man, to me, unless they do something drastic in the up and coming days, I don't see them being relevant for a few years. Now, we see the new coach may do. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But so far, they're not showing like they know what they're doing.
I mean, I'm just, I don't know. I'm just confused,
right,
on what exactly is their plan. What is their
plan is no plan.
Because right now it looks like they just kind of just, and it sucks because Howie Roseman is a GM, I believe, for the Eagles. If it's not him, it's somebody. But they've been there for a minute.
Right.
And they've been in the NFL game for a minute, for such a long time. They should know exactly where exactly are they going.
Well, Sincere, we'll get to them in a minute.
Oh, what's Sincere talking about?
He said the Lakers in 6.
Now we gonna get to them, Sincere. You see the hat. My snapback finally came in. Ordered it offline. My little Lakers joint popping off anyway, but we'll get back to them. But I'm not sure what the Eagles, what's their game. And I'm looking on social media, and Eagle fans are like, what the hell is going on? But you can't blame them, because Eagle fans are some of the most loyal and some of the most pretty much very
rowdy.
Yeah, they rowdy. They're very vocal about their team. Their passion for the team sometimes goes off into the deep end. That's their prerogative. But I'm with them. As I'm not even a fan of the Eagles, and I'm a fan of football. And I'm thinking, like, what exactly is your game plan? Because unless you come out with some kind of miracle transactions over the next month and a half, I have no clue what they're doing.
You got a young quarterback. So, with a young quarterback, you want to get him a good line and some weapons to throw to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And pretty much a good running back to take some pressure off of him.
Yeah.
So, I don't see none of that. So, I don't understand what they're doing.
I mean, I guess build through the draft. But still, you know how unpredictable the draft is. Like, whatever player you have in mind.
Yeah, but my
doesn't always fall to you.
Well, you need so many pieces.
Building
through the draft, you looking at you're looking at doing that in a long-term situation.
Yeah.
You're not looking at winning now. If that's your plan.
Yeah.
Because they gotta fill so many holes. And only got so many picks.
Yeah.
Now the smart move would get a couple of vets in there. See what you're gonna do through the draft.
And they ain't even done that though. So that's why I'm like, because my thing is at the 6th pick, there's so many offensive weapons that you could have got at the 6th. I mean,
Alabama got 2 receivers.
You got Devontae Smith. You got Jalen Waddle right there. You got Jamar Chase from LSU sitting right there that possibly could sit there at the 6th pick.
Right.
Kyle Pitt's name has been blowing up. His draft status has gone up and away. I mean, he's told it to be one of the next tight ends like Darren Waller, Travis Kelce type of tight end. My thing is with the Eagles, why not? They're already they already got a good tight end. They don't even want to be there no more. And Zach Ertz.
Man, I don't live in Philly. I don't care.
But I know what you're saying. But I'm just saying that for the purpose of us being a podcast on sports.
But I think that I don't know, man. It's hard to predict what some of these teams be think. I mean, we talked about Chicago last week, and stuff they've done, ain't doing.
Which, by the way, they went on a tweet and said QB1 with a picture of Andy Dalton.
Yeah, I saw that crap.
like y'all motherfuckers serious?
Right? Is this a meme?
Y'all trolling? Y'all trolling your own people?
Y'all trolling each other? Chicago trolling Chicago.
Yo, speaking of trolling, I saw a pic. It was a Chicago restaurant. They said, try our ginger twist coffee or something like that. It was a drink. Yeah, they said best ginger thing in Chicago besides even better than our quarterback. So they already taking shots at Andy themselves. But the last leg in this trade is the San Francisco 49ers.
Right.
And once again, we have said on this show that it's time to move on from Jimmy G. And if this move right here isn't apparent that it's time to move on, I don't know what is.
I agree.
And here's my thing. So I swear they're trying to throw out smoke screens because for some reason, all these analysts and everything are saying 49ers are going to go up and going to get Mac Jones. And I'm thinking, no, that has to be a smoke screen.
I'm not even impressed with Mac Jones.
No.
I'm just saying.
First of all,
they better off getting Mike Jones.
Who?
Right.
Mike Jones. I'm just saying, like, Mac Jones. So you're going to go all the way up to the 3rd pick to pick an Alabama quarterback. We've got evidence that Alabama quarterbacks don't always translate to the NFL until you get the team around them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's why I love what the Dolphins are doing with Tua. They are realizing, let's try to set up the same scenario for him. And you got to. So I put it like this on the late night show. Even Patrick Mahomes benefited from being put in a succeeding situation.
Right.
When you get to a team that is ran great from the top to the bottom, it benefits.
Right. So
put Patrick Mahomes on the Jaguars or the Lions.
Right.
He'd still be good, but he wouldn't be having the same success. No, it's two different things. So that's why I love that trade.
I like how you take that shot, though.
No. But come on, man. I mean, look at Matthew Stafford.
You could have left at the Jaguars.
But I'm just saying, Matthew Stafford spent so much time in Detroit balling. But where did he get him?
A ticket to LA.
Exactly. A possible chance to get success somewhere else. So, we said on the show with Jimmy G that it might be time for him to go. And I mean, look, he's 22-8 as a starter. Great. But when he got traded in 2017, it was after the trade deadline. So he only played 6 games, went 6-0. Next year, 2018.
What's good, Mel?
2018, got hurt, missed 13 games. 2019 plays all 16. They get to the playoffs, but we all remember the overthrow that possibly could have won them a championship.
Right.
2020, he misses 10 games. And at the rate that they're paying him, because he's getting almost 32 million a year.
Right.
For you to miss so many games.
So they're paying a nigga for vacation.
Yeah. At some point, you have to move on. So, but my thing is don't sit up here in the media and Kyle Shanahan said, Jimmy's still our guy. How?
Right.
The writing is on the wall.
Nobody want no broke leg Jimmy. Hop along Cassidy Jimmy.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
I can understand restructuring his contract and maybe doing a Alex Smith, Mahomes situation where, all right, so you got the 3rd overall pick, go get your quarterback, have him sit behind Jimmy. But even if you do,
I mean, what Jimmy gonna teach him? How to be hurt?
Apparently,
you know what I'm saying?
Because in my opinion, he's still prone to get hurt.
Right.
So even if you go get a rookie quarterback, whatever you think he learned, he's gonna have to prove it at some point because Jimmy's gonna get hurt again.
Right.
So you're gonna have to insert whatever quarterback you get at the 3rd overall pick anyway in this upcoming year. So why even do that and save you the money? Get rid of Jimmy. I'm telling you, I bet you Bill Belichick's still calling. I bet you he's still calling. And I bet you that you can make a trade, get some kind of trade capital for it, and still go help improve your team. Because it's not like the 49ers are that far away from a Super Bowl.
Right.
They're just an injury reserve list away from the Super Bowl. Let's just be honest.
You're right.
I mean, so you get all your players back from IR, but you're still stuck with the IR quarterback. That just doesn't make sense to me
at all.
I don't, they can say all they want. Jimmy's our guy, Jimmy. I don't buy it. I just don't see it. So, crazy Friday of some trades that are going to shape not only the draft, but it's definitely going to shape the 2021 NFL regular season, which, by the way, is going to go to 17 games, more than likely.
Yeah.
How you feel about that, big bro?
Hey, more football and more marriage. Hey,
I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with it. I mean, it's going to probably take some adjustment.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it's not a lot, but that one game can mean the difference on teams that's on the borderline.
That's the Dolphins.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna right. You know what I'm saying?
That's the Dolphins.
That's one more game you might, you got to decide to sit your players or somebody get injured. Football's a brutal sport.
It is. But I'm sorry. I saw the configuration. So they're pretty much taking one less preseason game,
right,
and turning it into a regular season game.
Thing.
It's still, and that's why I'm not too up in arms about it. Maybe the players are, because you're seeing 17 regular season games. But if you think about it, all you're doing is taking that 4th preseason game away,
right,
and just making it regular season. The only issue that most players are going to have is those who are on the bubble. You're undrafted free agents.
You have one less game to get.
One less game. Yeah.
Right.
That, to me, that's not, excuse me. To me, that's the only detriment to any players,
right,
that are going to pretty much get a bad, trying to find the right word, just a bad luck with this whole 17 game schedule. Is because, I mean, when you're talking about building your roster and because there's 22 spots.
Right.
Well, let's call it 33 if you add special teams.
Okay.
So there's 33 spots to actually get on the field. And so, especially with your depth chart, not everybody's going to be able to get in on the rotation.
Right.
And so when you take one less preseason game, that takes away people's opportunities to make the squad, to make the 53-man roster. So to me, that's the only knock about going to 17. I wish they probably would have they're not even talking about doing like another bye. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So you're still getting that one bye week.
Okay. My
thing is where exactly is the NFL going to start implementing those bye weeks? Because if you notice, sometimes just cats that play 4 games and they get a bye. So early in the season. Right. And then they got such a tough stretch after that. NFL is going to have to find some kind of
adjustment to get through it. I mean, but really, it still might not be that. It still not be that different. You know what I'm saying? Because you're still playing the same amount of games.
Yeah, still same amount of games.
Right. It's just that it's gonna be more of a mental adjustment too.
Yeah.
But like I said, like you said about the cats that's on the bubble, it's gonna affect them, and I think it's gonna come down to affect the playoffs in a way for those teams that's on the bubble in the playoffs. But I mean, you're gonna see it tossed around down the line to go to 18 games. You know what I'm saying? It's coming because one thing is that the NFL is a money machine.
It's a business,
and the more games you play, the more revenue that comes in.
Yep.
And if you can convince them 17, you convince them to go to 18.
Yep.
You know,
you're right.
I mean, I think the magic number would be 20.
20 games.
20 games.
Damn, then that's no preseason at all. Because they're going to eventually have to start knocking down preseason games to make these games happen. So, I mean, what, you go down to one preseason game and then hopefully evaluate what you can in one game and then you just off to the races for 20
They may
games.
go to using the, what they call it, the joint practice world.
Joint practice
in
training camp.
Method in training camp. You know, switch to joint practice. You know, you had a one preseason and just do a lot of joint practices.
That's actually,
you know, because you're still simulating.
New York. Hey, New York.
Right. You're still simulating.
Mike got his executive over the year over here.
But I mean, that's what it boils down to. When you look at what drives the world, it ain't women, it's money. I know what Beyonce said, but it's money. You know what I'm saying? That's what rules the world.
Yeah.
Cash rules everything around me.
Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. I mean, you got a point.
So, you know what I'm saying?
You got a point.
And the way the cash come in,
the
more eyes to see the game, the more games being played. And then you look at the TV contract. And think about that. Put that in perspective of the TV contract.
Buku money.
If you're looking at it being sent on more networks, 16 versus 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
That's
more money.
That's more money. And it don't seem like 2 games don't seem like a lot, but you're looking at billions of dollars.
Now, I'm gonna look at this on the player's point of view. Talk to your reps, your NFL PA. If the NFL is already making plans to get more money by you as a players playing more games, then you as a players need to come as a collective unit, go to the table when the CBA is up and say, oh, you want more games? We want more pie. We want more of the revenue share.
Right.
I mean, just if they playing business, you players got to come together because you got a union.
Oh, yeah.
Come together.
I always said this, man.
Come together and say, we are pretty much the product that gets you rich.
Right.
Share more of the revenue.
We the commodity.
You want to get more guaranteed money on your contracts? Look, NBA fully guaranteed contracts. So when Steph Curry signed that 5-year, $200 million contract, he's seeing every penny of it.
Right.
Players come together and say, if we're the commodity, we're the product. We want better,
and that's the key.
Better things when it comes to contracts.
That's the key
and all
the NFL player association to work on is getting more guaranteed money.
Yes,
you know, I mean, it's come a long way.
Trust me, it's come a long way.
I remember when like Troy Aikman was playing, he getting $3 or $4 million. That was a big contract. You know what I'm saying? So it's come a long way from that. But what I was gonna say too is that I think the players in general need to change their mindset, even how they approach the game.
They need to have a more business mindset.
A more business mindset and look at it. Yeah, you might have played from Pop Warner to high school up into college,
pros.
You know, in the pros. Yeah. And yeah, you love the game. But you gotta look at it from this standpoint. The game doesn't love you back.
No.
And because it doesn't, it's an investment. So I'm going in the mindset, 6-year minimum, 8-year max. That's all I'm playing.
Let me get my investments.
You know what I'm saying? Get all the money I can get out of them. You know what I'm saying? When I hit that 6th year, I'm thinking about retiring. If I still don't feel retired, I'm not going past 8.
Okay.
So that way you hopefully still have your mental faculties, hopefully still have your physical. You know, have all those things about you, and you still at a young age we can still enjoy your money.
Shit, going to your second life.
You can go into a second. It's almost like how a lot of people went into the Army, made a career out of it, retired,
and then they
got that check, transitioned to another career, and make another check with a check coming in.
Yeah.
And that's how you got to
make checks off of checks.
Right. That's how you got to look at it.
Let your money work for itself.
6 to 8 years.
Yeah.
In
and
out. broadcast studio if you want to. That's another check coming in.
Huge checks now.
You know what I'm saying?
Huge
right,
checks now.
And still have some investments going on.
Shit, that 24 million Drew Brees gave back to the Saints don't look like nothing right now.
Ain't nothing.
Oh, I got this good NBC deal. I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah,
and that's how you got. I mean, that's how they just. That's how people like talk. They start talking to these kids from Pop Warner on up.
Talk business.
Look, let me tell you something. Yeah, you enjoy this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun game to play, but the game doesn't love you back. You need to think of this as an investment. They looking at you as an investment.
Well,
they look at you as a commodity. They look at you
in high school.
Yeah,
in high school, you already, and that's what I'm saying. And just to piggyback up, start getting into that mindset about high school time, because once look at how the business of being a top recruit in high school is getting you to the top colleges to help make them rich. It's already a business. So these cats got to start getting business savvy.
That's what it's about, man.
Somebody needs to get in their ear, get in a circle, and get around these cats and say, look, I know you love football. I love football too. It's a great sport. But if you are an investment, so you have to start thinking business savvy wise, because you can't play football forever.
Nope.
One wrong hit can either paralyze you or put you dead. Let's be honest.
Right.
So go get your bread, get the best for you and your situation, and keep it moving.
Keep it moving, bro.
But there's some other transactions that went down over the weekend. Former Chiefs wide receiver Sammy Watkins, he signs with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm a little perplexed about this move because, one, you do need help at the wide receiver position.
Sammy not the answer.
Sammy's no.
I mean,
he's still young. He's still 28.
Young.
28.
It's because all the injury. He can't stay healthy.
Too many injuries.
And even a healthy Sammy Watkins and the style that
the Baltimore play
doesn't, I don't think, fits well.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not really.
It's almost wide receiver purgatory to go to Baltimore.
Right. They need a different type of wide receiver.
No, they need a whole different offensive scheme.
But see, the one thing, right? Well, that's true.
I'm gonna keep it funky.
Right.
They need a whole offensive scheme, because it's not like Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. I'm not saying he's the best receiver in the world, but get him in space, he's a problem.
Right.
They rely on Mark Andrews so much.
Right.
You know where to go on defense when you play the Ravens. Let's try to keep Lamar under wraps in the pocket and double team Mark Andrews, and you pretty much shut down their offense.
Right.
Stop the running game, stop Mark Andrews. I got a W. I mean, that took me all of 5 seconds to figure out how to beat the Baltimore Ravens offense.
Been watching the film.
No, I didn't need to watch film. I just watched them play. I mean, I don't know if their scheme is trash or what's going on with the offensive coordinator. Either Greg Roman, I think he's still the offensive coordinator. You got to update something. That offense is too vanilla, and so I mean, I think that move worked out more for Sammy more than anything.
It's bad.
He got like $8 million for a 1-year deal, and he's already hurt because he just broke his wrist signing the contract. So good luck with that. There's a joke in the Kansas City Chiefs community. We call him Hammy Watkins because his hamstring is always jacked up. If it's not that, it's his ankle or his foot or his knee.
Right.
Good luck, Baltimore. Still go out in the draft and go get something and address the issue, or address your offensive scheme. It's so vanilla. It's so basic that
it's wait a few seconds. All right, run, nigga, run. You know what I'm saying? I
mean, Lamar Jackson can't be a magician in all 16 games. It can't happen.
I mean, teach him how to be a quarterback.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to harp on, it's Lamar's fault, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Can he improve as a passer? Hell yes, of course. But I'm saying, what exactly are the offensive coordinator doing to help succeed with him? I don't think they're doing much. You're just pretty much saying drop back. You don't see nothing open, take off. And that's not going to win you nothing. I mean, we see what's good with the Ravens the last 2 years in the playoffs. Come on. Anyway.
Moving right along.
Yeah, moving right along. And another perplexing move for all you Cowboys fans out there. So you decide to go out and get 3 former Falcons and add them to your defensive side of the ball and hoping it's going to be better. So check this out, man. So Dan Quinn, former Falcons head coach, former defensive coordinator, back with the Legion of Boom for 2 years, is now the defensive coordinator in Dallas. So he brings with him Keanu Neal and DeMonte Casey, who played for him in Atlanta. Where do I start with this one? So Atlanta Falcons defense ain't been worth a damn under Dan Quinn.
True.
So all you do is just throw a star on their uniform and think it's going to improve your defense. So pretty much you got 3 people who was involved in the 31st ranked defense. Then you add them to the 32nd ranked defense, and you guys are talking about improvement. Fuck out of here! What are we doing?
Well, here's what I say. I think that when you look at the highlights of both players, KZ, most of his highlights you see, getting tipped balls, overthrown balls, which is not actually a bad thing. That means he's in the right place at the right time.
Which I was about to say,
opportunistic. No, so that's not really a bad thing.
No, that's not a bad thing.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you see
Keanu
O'Neal, he's a hard hitter. He's a good blitzer.
Yeah.
So those things works well. So those are some good things about them. So I think my concern be more towards the person who's guiding the ship than the players they picked up.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm not saying they are overwhelming talent, but I think if you say you plug them in somewhere else, I think they would shine.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more about who's guiding the ship more about the players they picked up. So, the Cowboy fans, y'all getting all excited, but Dan Quinn's still running our defense.
And that's what I'm saying. So here's my thing. Yes, Dan Quinn was part of that Legion of Boom. He goes to Atlanta. But what evidence is there to say that he improved Atlanta's defense while he was there?
I'll give you this. Matt Patricia was part of some Super Bowl winning teams. He went to Detroit. How many Super Bowls Detroit win?
Shit, they fuck Super Bowls. They was just trying to win a game.
I rest my case.
They was just trying to win a game.
Right.
But here's my thing about Dan Quinn. Everything looks nice and dandy when you have Legion of Boom. I mean, let's go off the names. KJ Wright, Bobby Wagner, Brandon Browner, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Cliff Averill was up front. Michael Bennett was up front. Red Bryant was up front in that 2013-2014 time of Legion of Boom that was dominant. Went to 2 Super Bowls in a row, won one. And that's what got him that job in Atlanta.
Right.
What did he do in Atlanta? What defense did he field in Atlanta that was anything close or remotely close to Legion of Boom? Nothing. But my thing is, you could take your scheme from Seattle, take your scheme to Atlanta, take your scheme to damn near Dallas. I don't care what you do with it.
Right.
But when Legion of Boom helped you get your name and that Legion of Boom didn't go with you, and you didn't create the same success, at some point you got to be like, who made who? Who made who look good? Because all those things I just listed off could make damn near any coach look good. But my thing is, when you don't have that, what do you do?
Right.
And he didn't have Legion of Boom when he went from Atlanta for 2005 to about halfway of last season. Everybody saw how atrocious that Atlanta defense was. Matter of fact, they blew a lead against the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, Cowboys fans is up in arms and Dan Quinn, Keanu Neal, and DeMonte Casey, we're on the up and up. No. You took 3 cats. No, you took 3 cats that was on a trash defense and added them to a Swiss cheese abysmal defense. And you talking about improvement? Fuck out of here. What are we doing?
Well, let's look at now we didn't trash Dan Quinn. Let's look at it from a standpoint of other pieces that they need. Those only 2 pieces.
Yeah.
So they're going to need other pieces to plug in there, but it's something about Cowboy fans. They do one move and it's a Super Bowl move.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and that's I'm with you. I mean, let's look at it. I mean, you Crawford, their D tackle just retired. So there's another hole.
You said another hole?
Another hole, HOLE, that they got to plug. No, not a hole. No, that damn hole. No. So Crawford retired.
Right.
Randy Gregory can't tell if he's still gonna pull the Josh Gordon can't stay off the weed type of shit. Right. If he's gonna be eligible. Just got rid of Alden Smith, who actually was probably one of the best pass rushers last year. I mean, Tank. I mean, he's over there on the other side, and pretty much is gonna get double teamed. So your best pass rusher is gonna be non-existent because he's getting double teamed. Kyle Van Der Esch can't stay healthy. Sean Lee can't stay healthy. Jalen Smith is probably the only true defensive star that they got or good piece that can go sideline to sideline. Where you expecting him to sit there and ball out every day. And just stop, Cowboys fans. Y'all pump the brakes. Quit it. Cut that shit out. Anyway, tournament time. Do-do-do-do-do. Hey. I love it. When you hear the sneakers, that's all you hear.
And Ben said, "Go blue,
go blue." What up, Ben? Oh man. And speaking of blue, boy, the run that y'all damn Michigan basketball team is on right now is bananas. Juwan Howard has literally made history. The first player to be a number 1 seed and win a game, and now the first number 1 seeded coach to go win a game in the tournament. Both at his alma mater, of course, Go Blue. Boy, I can't lie. I already had you out the tournament because once Levers went down, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I was kind of shaking. I was like, he ain't lost Levers, man.
Like, there's no way.
Right.
There's no way. There's just no way that they're just going to continue this hot run. And not only are they on a run, they smashing cats.
Yeah, they smashed Florida State. I was surprised by that. I wasn't surprised they won. I was surprised that they dogged Florida State.
They dogged them. Like literally drugged them on the court.
Right.
First 8 minutes, I'm like, oh, this is done. I turned it off. I'm not gonna lie. No bullshit. Because I'm like, just look at the run that they went on to start the game, and Florida State was just fumbling and bubbling, turnover here, turnover there. They couldn't get out their own damn way. I'm like, oh, it's about to get ugly.
It's going to be interesting to see how they match up against UCLA.
That's going to be a good game.
UCLA been hot, and now they beat another hot team in Alabama.
Ooh.
Which was a good game.
And we'll touch on that. Because literally, like, of the Sweet 16, so the 8 games that played, 6 of them were just like, all right, the best team is just dominating. Like, this ain't even worth watching.
Right.
I mean, Oregon State, even though it's 65-58, that score is close at the end, but that game wasn't close at all.
No.
And I'm surprised at Oregon State. I'm like, Oregon State actually plays good basketball? Okay. And not only did they play good basketball, they dominated a hot Loyola Chicago team. Because Loyola Chicago has been hot the last few weeks leading up to the tournament. And then especially that big momentum of knocking down Illinois. I'm like, oh, that's a tough team to beat. Baylor did what they
thought they was gonna do.
I'm kind of scared to see who the team that takes down Baylor is going to be a top-notch team. Like, no doubt, without a doubt. I mean, they literally took Villanova and bullied them, just bullied them. They were just more superior athletic. They made more plays, and they just looked like they wanted it more, and just did it to them hard. That sound fucked up. Pause.
There's got to be a pause or something.
Pause. Houston, man, they took that Syracuse zone and squashed it. That Syracuse zone looks damn good against a lot of teams.
Hey, buddy, where you at, buddy? Buddy, where you at? We didn't see you, buddy.
Oh man, couldn't find Jim Boeheim and his son nowhere. Syracuse just got put the clamps down on them. Like Houston just, man, they taking it back to what was it back in the day? Five Slammer
Jammer. Elijah Wine and them.
Houston damn near close. I actually got Houston going to the national championship game. I had them losing to Kansas. Of course, Kansas fucked up my tournament, so I threw that shit in the trash. But I did pick Houston go to the, on their side of the bracket. So, I mean,
well, the team I picked was out. I mean, like I said if Michigan go to the Final Four, I stand on this. Like I said before, Juwan Howard get Coach of the Year.
Oh, he should get a Coach of the Year regardless. I mean, when's the last time anybody spoke so highly of Michigan basketball? Don't get me wrong. Beeline was good.
Oh yeah,
but I thought he had like a glass ceiling. It was only so far he could take that team. Right. And then, of course, we saw what the hell he did in Cleveland Cavaliers. And then now he's not even in coaching no more. I don't even know what's good though. But when you take somebody that was so high profile at your school, being part of the Fab Five,
right?
A lot of people could have easily said, "Oh, this is a gimmick hire." This is to get butts in the stands and this and that and popularity. But no, Juwan is dropping knowledge on these boys and got them playing ball.
Advance that he picking Bella to win it all, just keeping it real, but still go blue. I like that. I'm with you.
Gonzaga still flexing their muscles. Beat the dog shit out of Creighton. That shit wasn't even a game. Of course, you already said about
dog walked them.
Oh man, dog walked them. Yeah, that game went. Literally 6 of these games I turned off because I'm like, this is just not even fun. Like, I was already zooted, and I'm like, man, I'm falling asleep.
Like, get up, Rock. Get up.
No, ain't no get up. Them niggas was down for the count. Of course, you talking about Michigan dog walking on Florida State.
Right.
USC, man.
Yeah.
Boy, they did not even let Oregon breathe at all. Like their length is ridiculous. So I'm excited to see that USC Gonzaga matchup. Now that is going to be a real fucking game because I mean.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
USC beats Gonzaga. Is that a choke on Gonzaga?
Well, no, because it goes back to what we said before. Gonzaga always, they went from the Cinderella story 20 years ago to being a legit basketball program in the United States. So to me,
and I'm with you sincere. I see big shout out to Juwan Howard. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. I just feel that they're limited to a certain degree because of the strength of schedule. Okay. Because their conference is powder puff. They're gonna roll through that every year. We get that. But they're gonna go up against legit teams in the tournament.
Right.
So when you go up against top tier teams in the tournament, they may be able to hang with them, but I don't think they're going to be able to win them because they're not conditioned to play against the best of the best just because of their conference.
So does it take a championship appearance or a championship win to shake that?
I mean, just because they're mid-major.
So just by them being mid-major doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm saying because I guess look at it like this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, when we say some people, not a lot of people, because some people are on that this Zag bandwagon, but you still have a lot of some people that throw in that one of the knocks against them is that they get into the tournament and they fizzle out.
Yeah.
And then going to your point about them being in the mid-major, not really being challenged in their conference and stuff like that. So does a championship win shake some of those criticism off, or just a championship appearance?
Well, I think a championship appearance kind of helps validate their progression, if that makes sense. From being, I mean, we said it over and over. 25 years ago, they were just the Cinderella story program,
right? But
now, to me, they have shed that Cinderella program image, totally gone because of the consistency of them being a higher seed in the tournament consistently. I'm just saying that they have to get to a point where they have to up their non-conference schedule, condition themselves to play against top-tier teams with top talent,
right,
and be able to not just hang in the game, but win them. Because until they get to that point, because right now, I'll be honest, if Gonzaga was in the Pac-12, if Gonzaga was in the Big 12, they was in one of these 5 power conferences, there's a different term of scrutiny that comes with consistently just being in the tournament. Then you can say, oh, well, you guys have hit your ceiling. Now, just being in a weak ass conference, now you're just like, we got one of the top teams coming from a weaker conference. We always got to keep an eye out on them because they can come up and upset us if we're one of the big teams in the bigger conferences.
I mean, that's the same thing you say about Boise.
Yeah, but Boise used to knock them off though.
Yeah,
that's the difference here.
Yeah, but see,
Boise used to win those big games.
Here's the thing though. Boise not playing. All they have to do is play one game.
Yeah, true. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess it's an equivalency thing because they don't have a tournament, so to speak. I mean, now they got something close to a tournament, but back then, there wasn't a tournament for them playing.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's apples to apples, but
and I hear you. So like, just to take that analogy right there, you put those Boise State teams in this playoff, they might win one.
Right.
I'm not winning the national championship. But
it'd be nice. It would be nice to see. But
yeah, I hear you. Anyway. Of course, man. Shout out to Oral Roberts, man. Talking about the darling, the Cinderella team of the tournament. Literally had. Oh my gosh, when Max Asmus got that ball, and the Arkansas defenders didn't do anything to pretty much stop his. They had 3 seconds. He literally took it from the free throw line and got to the 3-point line like that and had a good look. And I'm thinking, like, where's the resistance at on the defense? Right. That almost cost in the game. I'm like, what's the defense at? Because he's the leading scorer in all of NCAA. And I'm like, oh. Like literally, that's how that was because I was like anticipating. I'm like, oh, he better knock this down. When he got the shot, when he saw it, I'm like, oh, he got a good look. Oh, it's about to be game. Arkansas literally hung on by the hair of their chinny chin chin. Right. Then of course, to me, the game of the tournament, UCLA and Alabama. OT took it in the OT. Alabama. I think they went 11 for 25 from the free throw line, bro. And you lose by what 10 points. Right. That's your game right there.
It's your game.
Because if you look at it, UCLA was up. Alabama was on the free throw line with like 5 seconds left, and he missed both of them. Both.
Yeah, that's your points right there.
Not only is that your points, but when you go 11 for 25, you're not winning shit from the free throw line. Free throw lines, guys, the fundamentals for basketball for you basketball heads out there, and y'all know this. Free throws. Emphasis on free. It's free points. Go get your free throws. My thing is, if you're not shooting 90% from the free throw line, you're not trying to win. It's free points. No defender. No hand in your face.
Right.
Knock them
down.
Knock them down. You gotta take your head and just tune out all the noise and distractions around in the arena because we know the pressure of you being there pretty much by yourself in that moment. But you gotta knock down free throws.
I agree.
You can't go 11 for 25 and win it on one game. It's not going to happen. It cost him that game.
It did.
It cost him that game, in my opinion. Because you knocked down 90% of those free throw attempts.
Right.
That game's not even. It's probably still close, but you're in a better position to win it. Because now you just pretty much got lucked up on the guy making the free throw, the 3-point shot to send it into overtime. And that was bad defense by UCLA. He shouldn't have got that shot off anyway. That's just my opinion. And I know Mark Cronin, the coach, said something about it, but
we're gonna be talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, oh, damn.
Holla at your boy.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get on to some NBA news. Of course, everybody's been talking about, the trade deadline was last Thursday, And now that we've got the buyouts, it finally happened. LaMarcus Aldridge finally gets bought out from San Antonio, makes his way to the Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on get it off my chest on whatever everybody's talking about. But anyway, so he finally gets to the Brooklyn Nets.
Mm-hmm.
Andre Drummond finally gets his buyout from the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's going to LA, y'all. He's LA bound. And thank you, Jesus, because as a Lakers fan, I'm like, get something, damn it.
Do something.
Because we don't know when LeBron's going to be back.
Right.
We don't know when AD's going to be back. Excuse me. And I hate...
Kick that back, nigga.
Nah, man. Like, I got smoker's call.
Yeah.
And I hate the fact the Lakers look just abysmal without either one of them two on.
They look like garbage.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. They look like doo-doo without AD and LeBron on the court. It's not even worth watching.
It's not.
It really isn't. It's hard. They struggled with the Magic last night. Barely won that game. Yeah. Struggled with the Magic, bro. The Magic just literally traded away their whole starting five.
Like 2/3 of their team.
Bro, Evan Fournier, Eric Gordon, Vucevic, gone.
Vince say Drummond is a bum.
Why
you say that, bro?
Come on, Van. Hey,
Bum, bro?
Drummond is not a bum. He's a walking double-double, man. He's going to get you 15 boards. He's going to get you 12 to 15 points. Like those, and that's important in today's game. Second chance points, second chance opportunities to score.
Right.
More possessions, because that helps your defense out because you're not spending so much energy on defense. If you got majority of possessions, it's clock management. That's almost like football. If I can control the clock, control the possession, it gives me more chance to score, less opportunities for my opponent to score. I like Andre Drummond to the Lakers.
Sincere said if the Nets win the championship, he don't want his shit from anyone about Brian making super teams.
And I'm gonna speak on that in a minute.
I agree with you. And Van said, look out for the Nuggets. We talked about that.
The Nuggets?
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Van.
Yeah.
I do.
No, I like the Nuggets because you got the Joker. So you got Jokic. I like Jamal Murray. And then add who did they add?
On a roll.
Who did Nuggets add in the trade? Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
Then you still got Michael Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the fact that they got rid of Gary Harris because I think he's a solid backup point guard to help run your offense when Jamal Murray's not on the floor, but that's not neither here nor there. So, but I do like the Nuggets, man. I got to hear this comment.
Sincere said, KD left and continued to go to Golden State and now stacked in Brooklyn. I don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up.
Shout out Sincere. I mean, you're right though, and I'm gonna touch, like I said, I'm gonna touch that on get it off my chest. Just one more piece before we get to that point. Shout out to our Cameroon brother out the way of France. For all you UFC heads out there, Francis Ngannou, boy. He put the pause on that boy Stipe Miocic, knocked that out in the second round.
I mean, but you look at, I think you seen this the tale of somebody watching the tape from the first fight. Because that first fight, he was tired, like he was out at the club before he went straight to the ring, and like because my man kept putting him on the ground the first time, and he wasn't having the second fight.
Oh no,
he wasn't having
this was a total opposite.
Yeah, he wasn't saying
like
I've been watching the tape, nigga.
Like literally the first round, I saw the highlights. First round, Francis dominated.
Right,
like he was setting it up that knockout in the first round already. So when the second round came, he was like, I need to end this shit. And I got to give Francis prop because I've been pretty consistent on watching UFC and watching his career. His record is 16-3. Now, I'm not gonna say there was moments I'm like, I don't know if this nigga gonna make it.
Right.
Just because like the fight he had with Derek Lewis was just boring as hell, and he lost in a decision. And then the first fights with Stipe, I'm like, man, he looks outclassed.
Yeah, he did the first fight.
Yeah, I'm like you don't belong in his octagon with him.
Van said, to answer your Andre Drummond comment, he said, bruh, he's 7 foot in crunch time. He ain't it, bro. I saw him up close and personal.
Oh yeah, because he was a Piston.
He's a Piston, right?
Yeah, but hey, the lights ain't bright like they is in LA, bro. The lights make you do different things when they point it on you. And then when Andre gets AD,
when the sun comes down on Santa Monica Boulevard,
they're saying AD might be back in a couple of weeks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You AD, two ADs, Andre Drummond and Anthony Davis in your paint. Because AD, Andre Drummond, can go ahead and take the 5. Because we are. I think we're all under the same impression. Anthony Davis don't like playing the 5.
Right.
We get that. That takes pressure off of that.
Take pressure off them knees.
Yes. Anthony Davis can do his outside game, shoot his threes, shoot your mid range, and let Andre just clean up the glass. That can hold you down till LeBron gets back.
Right.
So I would not go in it too hard, man. Now I get what you're saying. Because you know, seeing him up close in person with the Pistons, but playing with the Pistons is not like playing with the Lakers.
I need you to slow down with that nigga.
I'm just saying it's two different structures of how the organization is set up. I mean, but anyway, it's that time of the show, big dog.
Is that time already?
Oh yeah, it's that time of the show before we get up out of here. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. Little ass nigga.
You got an hour now. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we had an hour now, so I'm trying to make it short and sweet. Okay. So just to kind of sincere, kind of alluded to what I was wanting to talk about on Get It Off Your Chest. Me personally, I am not one of those people who get upset at super teams. And this is why I say this. Have you ever worked somewhere where you knew you was the fucking man?
Where I work at.
Yeah. All right. So I'm the same way. I'm the man. Now, how much pressure is put on you knowing that you are the man and there's really no talent around you? A lot. So what is everybody's fascination on dissing these super teams where it's like, if I'm good, better yet, I'm great.
Right.
Why do I have to take all this pressure? Why does everything fall on me? Sometimes what's wrong with having your team improve? My thing is everybody should want their place of that they're employed at to get better, to be better around them. I don't get it. But I will say this. When you build a super team, you create your own pressure to win. When you build a super team, it's not just about winning games. It's about winning the championship.
Okay.
So Brooklyn, you building all this team with all these former All-Stars, whether LaMarcus Aldridge or Blake Griffin are out of their prime or not, that's debatable. I think LaMarcus Aldridge is past his prime. I think Blake Griffin is on his way to being out of his prime. But when you bring all these former All-Stars together, you build your own pressure. You build your own criticism. Everything gets scrutinized to the 10th degree just because you guys did get together, especially in the NBA.
Right.
You know, they want to talk about, LeBron did this. LeBron ain't he didn't build the whole cachet of building a super team. Cats was building teams with 1-2 All-Stars before LeBron even got in the league. Let's be honest, 96 Bulls, those teams in the 90s, yes, you want to sit here and just say MJ and Scotty, but when you acquire Dennis Rodman, you just acquired the best defensive player in the league. You acquired the best rebounder in the league.
Okay.
You got some of the best of the best. When you add Steve Kerr, you got one of the best sharpshooter 3-pointers in the league. So you can't sit here and just say that, it's not a super team just because it's Mike and Scotty and a whole bunch of role players. No, you got some of the best at that position to do what they need to do in their roles. Building a team is building getting your puzzle pieces together,
right,
to get the ultimate goal of a championship. I don't have a problem with super teams, but people need to realize when you build a super team, you have to win. You create your own pressure. So you can't be mad at the criticism that comes when you don't win the championship. So all you Nets lovers out here that love the Brooklyn Nets, look, love them. You better love on them. But don't sit up here crying and whining when they don't win the championship. If they don't, I'm just saying, you got to win the championship when you put teams together like that.
Gotta win it.
That's why people ignore saying it was a super team with Chicago. But no, when you bring some of the best players to do what they do and you put them all on one team, it's a super team. But the difference is Chicago won. Chicago had that pressure, but Chicago won.
All right.
So the Nets got to win too. I know people gonna have rebuttals.
First, I gotta read this.
Bring it on.
Vin, and then we get to what he said about your comment. Vin said, when it go talking about Drummond, when he goes head to head with Embiid, he turns into a bitch. And then,
hey, Embiid did the same thing. I saw Embiid make Rudy Gobert look like a straight bitch this year when the Jazz went against the Sixers.
Then he said, "Bruh, Kerr was a role player, man. Cut it out."
Oh, come on.
Kerr was a journeyman.
Ben, you know good and damn well if Kerr was getting a shot behind the 3-point, it was damn near close as automatic. Come on, Ben. Ben. Bruh, what Ben? Come on, man.
I ain't gonna tell me BJ Armstrong was the man.
Nah, I ain't going that far. I ain't going that far. No. That nigga's a role player. BJ Armstrong's a role player. Kerr, he'll light you up. Tony Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc, yeah.
They had their roles, but they were the best at that role. They had probably some of the highest 3-point shooting rate that year. You're just going to get your opportunities to shoot threes when you got MJ and Scotty. So in order to be the best,
it's not only that too. It's the triangle offense is designed for you to get those
to do shots. That. But I mean, look, I don't have a problem with super teams because I'm like you. I felt like I was a man at my jobs, but sometimes I don't like all that pressure and motherfuckers coming up to asking me, what should I do? What should I ain't your boss. I'm just another nigga trying to get my paycheck like you.
Right.
But sometimes it's good to have other people at your job working with you that match your talent, that match your intensity, that match anything that you can do, because that takes away from that bullshit that you got to deal with.
Sincere said, "You right, Mel. Fuck them niggas." And then Ben said, BJ Armstrong at least made it to an All-Star game.
So, well, making it to All-Star game is the marker of whether you made it in the NBA. Come on, we see what the All-Star game is now. That's just a fucking pickup game at the YMCA, just televised. Stop it. Making an All-Star or a Pro Bowl doesn't signify nothing. My thing is it just gives you a label that says you can hang with the best. It don't mean you the best. It just means you can play with the best.
I mean, getting a contract so you can play with the best.
That too. I'll take a contract.
He said, but Kurt never made one.
Oh my gosh. This guy, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. I love you though, my nigga. Matter of fact, man, you need to bring your ass back on the show as soon as you can. Anyway, I love the chatter, but hey, man, y'all let these super teams do what they need to do, because at the end of the day, it don't matter who they got on the team. Gotta go win.
Yeah,
gotta go play.
Win it. You gotta still win it.
I mean, end of the day, just because you're the most talented team, don't mean you will be the best basketball team. I mean,
I agree.
Hey, talent can only take you so far. I mean, it just look at the
5-5.
Look how one and done teams do in the tournament. Look how many times John Calipari has won a national championship at Kentucky. Let's just say Kentucky, just because he pretty much fathered in this one and done little situation. He's only won one. You can have all the talent in the world. You have to have the best team. So, got off my chest, motherfucker. Holla at your boy! Say it with your chest, little ass nickel. No, I love it. I love the interaction today, fellas. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. That's our show for today. We're gonna wrap this up. We actually got another show planned for I Often Wonder today. We have a very, very special guest in studio, our first in studio guest, man.
Right.
So please stay tuned. We got local hip hop artists coming out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Molly the Great. We gonna bust it down with him on the I Often Wonder podcast show. But until then, folks, it's your boy Wildcard Mar. I'm going out the building. That guy right there, Detroit Mel, the man with the grand master plan of the whole I.O.W network. Until then, people, y'all be good. Y'all stay blessed. Love somebody, hug somebody. Peace.
The I.O.W network.